What's up, man?
What's up?
Oh, man, living a dream. Same shit, different toilet.
Man, different diaper.
That's that old age kicking in for you. I know.
Depends.
Hey, man, we got a very special episode today. We're going to get into some powerlifting talk about Raw versus Gay. This is Bobby Gay. Raw versus Equip with Bobby Gay today, man. So we're going to get into it here.
Big dog.
Big dog. Hey, this is the biggest Jonah. This is Two Veins Dive.
You know what I'm saying?
We got Big Bob over here, and this is the Pushing Weight Show.
Pushing weight. Now let me address the elephant in the room. I am not the smallest at the table. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying?
It's just the camera angle.
Nah, Jonah, see how I feel now, God damn it.
I think we're just two above average humans.
That might be what it is.
I call it what it is. I'm fat as hell.
Same.
My siblings, we actually just started a group text today, and it was like, we're gonna do a family fitness challenge. And everybody's like, all right, we're going to do a month, and everybody picked their goals. So they were like, first, let's try and get a community goal. And I was like, all right, bet the first one to bench, squat, and deadlift the most wins. They were like, nah, that one's out. And then my sister does CrossFit. She's like, mobility test. I was like, I'm out. That ain't happening. So we ended up coming up with just our own goals of what we're going to hit. And my sister was like, 120 grams of protein in a day and a gallon of water. And I was like, I'll do a gallon of water, 300 grams of protein, and lose 15 pounds. And they're like, 300 grams of protein? I was like, I'm fucking 317 right now, man. I need to lose some weight. I need to get down. Yeah. But you losing weight over here.
Man, I can't even fit. I told you, I'm going to have to get new briefs.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a new shirt.
Spandex when you was on the bike.
Hell no.
Too hot in that gym.
Spandex was fitting loose. You're gonna have to tighten it up.
No, hell no. But I'm gonna have to get a new shirt when I start getting back into the crew. You feel me? I'm gonna get a new briefs. I have to get a new squat suit.
Yeah.
But actually, I was already borderline just fit me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's still a little loose because you always want to start a little loose when you get in the gear off rip.
It wasn't that loose. It wasn't that loose.
You was swimming in it. But how's training going for you, man? How's things going?
Good. Just switched coaches, so I literally did the first workout today. I had my mom in town for my son's first birthday.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Happy birthday.
So didn't train all week. Finally got in there today. Did a bench day. 3 sets of 8 at 345 with a comp pause. Followed by dumbbell, bench press, full range of motion. 3 sets of 15 and 1 AMRAP.
Yeah, okay.
Man.
Sounds like y'all doing cardio over
My
there.
triceps are killing me right now.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, sounds like y'all doing cardio.
Yeah,
It says 8.
He said, "Hey, we're gonna see where you're at," and I said, "Okay,
Deal.
I'm big though.
Yeah.
Be gentle."
Taking that week off, man, sometimes, it's funny, after all my guys' first meet, I'm like, we're taking a week off. And they're super gung-ho. A week off?
Yeah.
A week off? And I was like, trust me, we're going to take a week off. So they get done with the meet. Half of them are like, I feel great. And I was like, wait till you get home. They get home and they're like, hey, we're not going in tomorrow, right? I was like, yeah, no, we're taking a week off. Like, okay, yeah, I definitely needed that.
Wait till the adrenaline comes down.
Exactly. And then after their first multiply meet, they were like, yeah, you said 2 weeks off?
Man.
Like, no, we're taking 1 week. It wears and tears on you, man. It does. But I feel like after you take that week off, for at least me personally, even if it's not after a competition, taking a week off, because sometimes I'll program that. I was like, hey, you know what? We've been hitting it hard. We don't have a competition in sight. We're going to take a week. Let your body fully recover because we've been doing high percentages. And they give me hell. What? And then they come back after that week and their numbers start climbing yet again, even bigger jumps every week. So I feel like for me personally, sometimes having that week off, man, it actually does better for you than what people think. Would you
Yeah.
agree?
I'd have to agree. I'm an outlier though,
Okay.
so not gonna lie. Previous training, I would literally only do max effort days.
Okay.
I might go one time during the week for a dynamic something, but other than that, max effort squat and bench.
Okay.
And then everybody's like, "How your numbers keep getting bigger?" And I'm like, "I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I can't. I know you're supposed to. Oh well, you gotta do this, this, and this, and then you break, and it's like, no, fuck it. I'm sleeping in all week. I'll see y'all on the weekend."
Ryan Kennelly always said that sleep was his number one recovery, and that very much holds true. But did you not feel like you were getting anything out of the dynamic days? Because I'd say, like, Jimmy Kolb doesn't do speed days. He doesn't believe in speed bench, and that when I was talking to him and he told me that kind of threw me off, because I was like, man, I thrive on our speed days. I feel like, and a lot of our other guys do too. But as you know, training for everybody is different. What might work for me might not work for you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I think that's what it was. It's just some people need more time to recover than others do. But then when they do recover, they can go harder.
Yeah.
Because they're not, I recovered because we would do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then it dropped to Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
So, the people are like, why we stopped on Wednesday, had Thursday and Friday to recover. And it's like, but did you?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
If you're looking like ass today on the squats.
So I was just listening to Mike Mentzer maybe a couple days ago, and that's what he was saying. He was like, we were doing a 2 days on, 1 day off, and he was like, we did that for 6 weeks, and he's like, the guys weren't growing like I knew they should have grew. He said, so then we did he said we took longer breaks in between, and then it ended up being to where they were only working out once every 4 days.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
he was like, we just go, he was like, I make my guys go max effort that 1 day, and you get 4 days off, and then max effort that next, the next workout, then 4 days off. And he said everybody's, numbers grew, and they grew. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, just that, like he's saying, like that max effort with the maximum rest days. You know what I'm saying? Letting your body recover.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Definitely. That's one of the biggest things that I think people just getting into the sport don't realize, that recovery is such a big thing. We had one of our guys he was an online trainer, or an online client, and he actually moved his work schedule around to train with us. And I would have what we programmed, and then after I would see him hitting a couple extra things, and I was like, okay, he's new to it, it'll probably do him some good, Well, he hit me about 2 months into it, and he was like, I just feel like my numbers aren't growing. It's very little. And I was like, what are you doing on your days off? He was like, I'll go for a weighted walk, and then I'll pull the sled, and then I'll go jump rope, and then I'll go do like a little bit of squats, and then I'll do like some lunges. And I'm like, whoa. Stop doing all that. He's like, well, it's GPP. I was like, yes, it's GPP, and GPP is good. But to me, it sounds like you're just overworking yourself. So it killed him, but I said, just give me 2 weeks. Just trust me for 2 weeks. And that 2 weeks, he didn't do any extra. Came in, we ended up doing a max effort workout, and I think he PR'd by 15 pounds for a triple. And he was like, where the hell does this come from? And I was like, buddy, I'm telling you, man, you were doing too much.
Yeah.
Trust me a little bit. I've been around the block.
Man.
It's almost like doing extra cardio, not letting your body hold on to anything by doing the sled walks and jump roping. And
Yep, he wasn't letting his body recover.
You said been around the block. They say you was Jenny from the block.
Hey, you just calling me bootylicious, okay?
Nah, chill out. Chill out.
Don't worry about me.
But yeah, man, taking in rest days. I remember, I forget who it was that was up there, and they was doing the same thing. This was when we were still in the garage, and they would always do extra. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, listen to Jonah. Like when I was like, listen to Jonah's workout, bro.
Yeah.
I said, the results speak for themselves. You know what I'm saying? I was like, at first it didn't make sense to me either. I was like, man, he just making this shit up.
I remember you telling me that.
Like, bro, he gotta be just making this shit up. Like this, like it didn't make no sense to me. And then I had watched West Side
versus World.
I watched West Side versus World. I was like, oh, okay. I guess he ain't making this shit up.
Yeah.
And then I started seeing, and then, you know, until you watch that, it doesn't even make any sense. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, okay, it makes sense now. And then I started seeing, like, I started taking it serious. Because at first, I'm just going in there just working out. I just liked it to be around. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then when I seen that, and I was like, okay, let's take it serious now. And it makes sense. And I feel like everybody in the gym that everybody that comes kind of does that same thing. Like, they just like to be around. They like the environment until they really start seeing, like, people getting ready for prep. You know what I'm saying? Prepping for a show. I mean, not a show, but a meet.
That's you the one.
Listen,
up there in
I've
your
been
speedo.
no man. Listen, I told you know I got a new trainer too, man. I've been working with your boy Chris, so I got a lot.
Chris.
Shout out Chris, man. You feel me? And you know that's all he talk about is shows. So got a new trainer.
But he's in trunks. Why are you walking around in a speedo? In our mirror, you gonna have to edit out that 740 in the picture.
Hell nah.
You're sitting with that Derek Lewis. My balls was hot.
My balls was hot.
Hey, you a wild boy if you walk in the gym in there with a speedo on.
Yeah, you are.
You almost made me spit this shit on my laptop.
Oh shit! But yeah, man, I feel like the big topic that we definitely wanted to talk about today, and I feel like I'm gonna start it early because I feel like we can go for hours on this. So, obviously, I'm an equipped lifter. Dive has done a little bit of both. And then have you? So my question for you: Have you ever done any equipment, or have you always been raw? Let's go over your numbers real quick first, so people know who we're talking to.
744 squat, 578 bench, and a 705 deadlift.
All raw.
All raw. Sleeves.
Sleeves. Okay, sleeves. Nice. Okay.
I can't do reps.
No. Don't like them. I have noticed you got a tattoo with on your knee. It's out of order.
Yeah. I've had like 6 or 7 knee surgeries on that one leg.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So it's one of those things to where I could do the reps. I don't know how to use them, if that makes sense.
That's fair. Yeah.
Because just like with gear, you have to know how to use it.
Yeah.
Or else it's not worth shit.
Yeah.
So I put on wraps the one time, had them real bunched up just across the knee.
Yeah.
And then dropped real quick because I was like, I got to get the rebound, dropping the whole bounce out.
Yeah.
Did that, ended up tweaking my VMO. So I was like, okay, that's not it. So then I went with a longer rep as if I was in gear.
Yeah.
So fuller, more coverage. Yeah. Went again, and I was like, okay, that's better.
Okay.
It wasn't, I think it was like 636 or something.
Okay. For
a double, I think. But then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stick with sleeves.
Yeah.
I mean, they're hard to put on. I probably sweat more than that putting those on than I do the actual workout.
It's like put my briefs on right now because the briefs that I wear right now, I wore at 275. I'm 317 right now.
Yeah, that's probably a little tight.
Dog, I'm getting in them things and I'm like sweating to beat the band. And my girl's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Shut up and get these things on me so I can finish this damn workout."
Like you try to put a corset on.
It's exactly what it feels like. But my waist is snatched, so I don't need one. So besides raps, so you visualize it.
I'm trying not to.
You think about it too hard, fam. I see it. Love you, bro.
Chill.
But so besides raps, have you ever tried any other gear?
Well, we couldn't find a slingshot that was big enough.
Okay.
We had them, but then we finally got like a 2X, I think.
Okay.
That worked, so I put that on once.
So are you talking like the actual like Mark Bell slingshot or a banded shirt?
Actual Mark Bell slingshot.
Okay.
That's probably about as close as I've got. At the Arnold's, Dark Side was there.
Yep.
I put on just one of his inserts.
Yep.
Like, if you're gonna get started, because eventually I'm probably gonna go into the geared realm. Technically, it's safer.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely quotes around
Right.
that. Yeah.
So I figure once I start having issues in my body elsewhere, I'll be like, all right, let's go higher numbers.
Yeah.
Be safer.
It's like a double-edged sword with gear because, like he said, like you said with the quotations around safer, it definitely does keep you safe in a sense, but at the same time, it gives you the ability or helps with the ability of lifting more weight.
Mm-hmm.
So, my best gym lift when it came to bench was I did 900 to a 2 board. Now, I have always wondered if I could hold 900 raw, because up at the top, your shirt really, I mean, you can speak to this, the shirt really ain't doing shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And like that part I understand.
Yeah.
Is really, correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
but the lockout is basically all you.
Yeah.
Because it's, I mean, like you said, you don't have the tension loading.
Right.
Like, you have to load the shirt.
Yep.
You have to load it correctly or else you're dumping one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
But then, once that elasticity's gone, it's gone.
Right.
Then it's just you.
Yeah.
So I would assume if you can unrack it in a shirt and hold it, why would you not be able to hold it raw?
Right. I've just been afraid to. Still 900 pounds over your face. You know what I mean? But, that's where it's like that double-edged sword of like you have the equipment to, quote, kind of protect you, but at the same time it gives you the ability to handle more weight, which therefore, shit, dumping. I've dumped the very first time I put a shirt on, I was at a local gym here, and I was with a couple guys. The one guy was like, "Yeah, I used to bench in a bench shirt." And I'm like, "Okay, bet." And I was like a senior in high school, so I put this shirt on, didn't have no measurements or nothing, just bought it off Inzer and just was like, "Well, let's put it on." So we took, at that time, my senior year, I benched 425. So I was like, okay, 400, we'll put 400 on the bar just to warm up. And I got about halfway down, and boom, that thing hit my stomach. And the other guy freaked out. He was like, "Oh my God." And they ended up grabbing it off of me. And I was like, that obviously sucked. It did not feel good, but it didn't kill me.
Right.
You know what I mean? But some of these weights can kill you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, it's definitely a learning. It's a huge learning curve in it. So we've always had to back and forth the banter, if you will, of which is easier, if you will, or whether raw or equipped is easier. And we've always came with the approach of we train raw every day.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like we get in our shirt right now. We're actually in an 8 week span where we won't touch equipment except for briefs when we squat. So we train raw every day. So that's where our stance was with raw is easy because we train raw every day. Do we hit the numbers that you're hitting raw? Absolutely not. Could we? Maybe one or two of us. I ain't touching your bench, okay? Most I ever bench raw was 505, okay?
It sucks.
I ain't going any further.
I'm not going to lie. It sucks.
But that's where we always came from on our side of it. So I'm just curious where you got, where your side of it was, where you guys were coming from on it.
Well, first, strong is strong, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, you'll have people that'll hate on Jimmy Kolb. He did 1,400 pounds. It's an unlimited ply shirt. But okay, but it's 1,400 pounds.
I was there for that, and we'll talk about that later. But
it's 1,400 pounds in your hands.
Yeah,
like show me another human that's not
holding.
That's a full human and not like a gorilla.
Yeah,
that can do that.
Yeah.
So really, it was just like you said, banter.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, if you've been in this sport or around this sport, there's always oh, well, equipped lifting's cheating and blah, blah. It's like, you're going to do it how God intended to do it raw, blah, blah, blah.
That's what I always tell my girl. Sorry, Mom.
But, I mean, the only real thing you could probably say is that little bit of the help you do get out of the hole or out of the bottom. Obviously, deadlift, when you're as big as I am, a suit ain't going to help you anyway.
Yeah.
So I won't be able to get down and get to it.
Man, I feel that.
And I pull conventional, so, yeah. I can't do sumo. My hips, the hips ain't
don't
good.
like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that could be like, that's the thing where it's like, oh, you guys can do X amount of weight because you have a super suit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like, when you really sit down and think about it, they have a super suit, but if they fuck up, they're dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, so that's
Yeah.
really where that came from. Is it's, well, you guys have help. That's like, that would be us using reverse bands for everything.
Yeah.
So it's not really like that one is easier than the other. As I say it every day, training sucks.
Yeah.
It used
It's
to be
supposed
fun.
to, yeah.
It used to be fun in football and stuff, but then
Yeah.
it's like, wow, this really sucks when you're doing it to be competitive.
Yeah.
So it's like you said, you guys train raw every day.
Mm.
But I think there comes a point when even you're raw in your training, the training weight gets heavier than some of who an equipped lifter would be doing in their training or even competition.
Yeah.
Because I've been to a few meets where I've outlifted equipped lifters,
For sure.
and that makes me feel good.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like, well, how good are they really?
Right.
Because what would you say the carryover is, like in a squat suit?
So that's a good question. So carry over from squat suit to raw, or raw getting in a squat suit.
Into, assuming you know how to use the suit, you know how to
Right.
sit back and load everything.
Yeah. So when I first got into a suit my very first time, I did not know how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't around guys. I was in the garage, and it was a skeleton crew, and nobody was able to tell me to sit back or nothing like that. I was just hopping in the thing and going. And I think my best raw squat before that was 6, and I know I squatted 744 at my first multiply meet, and it was ugly. It was ugly. Now, I don't know what my raw squat is because since then I've never tested it.
Right.
But I can say since training down at the doghouse and
Mm-hmm.
training with those guys, I went from squatting. I squatted 844 at Main Street Barbell.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Main Street. In September, and then I did not have a good day at the Arnold that following February. I just didn't have a good day squatting. So let's just call it a year later at the WPO, I ended up squatting 1,008. Now, obviously it doesn't count because I bombed out of the meet, but I ended up squatting 1,008. In the gym, I had squatted 1,025. So that was learning how to do it.
Right.
That was
about a
once
year.
about a year of learning how to actually use that suit. So I would probably comfortably say I might be able to squat around 7 to 750. 750 is kind of a stretch raw, if I'm being honest. I would be more comfortable with 7. 750 would be a tough grind, if even possible. So for me, around 300 pounds or so in a suit, with briefs, and then obviously, hopefully we climb to the 12s. But with all of that training, I see the equipment as training your CNS as well as the muscle, right? So, where 700 or 600 before getting in a suit was tough, but, it felt like shit. It felt heavy because it is. Holding 1,000 pounds on my back is going to hopefully not make that 600
Right.
feel as shitty. You know what I mean?
So if you
Does that
went
make
back,
sense?
if you went back to raw, then it wouldn't feel so bad.
Correct.
You might not be able to get it,
Exactly.
but it still wouldn't. You would be like, okay,
Unracking it, I'd be like, oh, hell yeah, I got this. And then in the hole, I'd be like, take it, take it, take it.
you know, so it's like it's one of those things, I guess, where it's like I've tried putting on a squat suit. Jay up at Main Street has a 4X
Okay.
Leviathan Pro with all the
Oh, you got
shit down the
an
side.
LUP.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ultra Pro.
yeah, one of those. He's like, it's a 4X. I'm never gonna be able to fit it again. Try
Yeah.
it on. I couldn't get the damn thing halfway above my knee
Yeah.
by myself trying to get it on there. Like, yeah, it would fit you. You just have to
Get
work
into
into it. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, well, when that time comes, I'm coming up here and you guys are gonna show me.
And I think that's one of the biggest things that I guess raw people don't get, and this where I'm about to come to you, is that's one of the biggest things that I feel like raw people don't get is the pressure that the equipment puts on you. I mean, when I very first put that suit on, I looked at my guy behind me and I said, promise me you'll get me out of this. And he's like, yeah, bro. I was like, no. I'm freaking out right now. Like, I'm kind of getting a little claustrophobic. I need you to legitimately promise me that you're going to get me out of this, whether an angle grinder or some scissors or not. I don't care. Promise me you'll get me out of this. And he was like, oh, shit, yeah, bro, I got you. So that pressure, going into that pressure during the lift is what, kind of magnifies in our eyes the difficulty of equipped lifting. So like I said, you're the perfect example because you've done a little bit of both. Are you able to kind of describe the difference in pressure and how you? Because I remember the first day you did it, you popped up and you was like, shit.
Yeah. So I always remember I watched you do it for probably 6 months, 7 months before I went and got my own suit, and I'm like, it can't be that bad. Like, just your face after you get, after you bench or squat or deadlift. Yeah. I'm like, bro, he just makes that shit look like it's just, I don't know. Like, that shit hurts. But I was like, I want to hurt too. Let me get a suit. So, yeah, bro, that pressure is something else. I mean, all around. Squat, you know what I'm saying? Deadlift, bench. But my bench was my first one I had got was a shirt. And, yeah, I wasn't ready for that, bro. It literally just feels like all around, you know what I'm saying? Just that all around, just on your chest, and it almost raises it up into your head. You know what I'm saying? But it's back to what you were saying before. It's like learning how to So I got into an argument with somebody, and I was showing them what we do. Yeah. And it's saying what you were saying. Well, they wouldn't be able to do that without them shirts on or without them squat suits. I'm like, bro, 1,000 pounds. 1,008 pounds is 1,000. I showed them the WPO. I'm like, 1,008 pounds is 1,008 pounds. Yeah. I don't give a fuck what you say. You put this suit on and see if you can do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's training. You got to know how to use the suit. Like you were saying, you got to know how to load the suit. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it definitely is a lot different. And I'm about to get back. I say this every time we talk about it. I'm about to get back, but I really am about to get back. But yeah, bro, because it's nothing like it. It's nothing like it pushing your body to the limits. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like. That part about it is just pushing my body to the limits. Like raw, yeah, we pushing our body to the limits, but it's just top thrill. You know what I'm saying? Like NASCAR. Like you got mugs out there in the little funny cars and shit. But hey, you feel me? I'm trying to max this shit out. What's the most I can do? That's what I want to do.
Yeah. It definitely is. We have a raw guy who is adamant, very, very, very adamant that he will total 2,000 pounds raw before getting in any kind of equipment.
Who said that?
Brandon's ass said that. Brandon.
Oh, Brandon?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Brandon, I can tell you this. Totaling 2,000 pounds raw sucks. Yeah. Everything is extremely heavy. You think they hurt after being in a suit? Your forearms are going to hurt. Damn. My legs hurt in places I didn't know they could hurt. Your back is toast.
Yeah.
The damn triceps. Hopefully, deadlift you could power it up
pull,
because
it's pull through it.
You're tired.
Yeah,
because you got to come down normally that third lift.
Yeah,
to get that total.
Yeah,
and you got to dig deep for it.
Yeah, for sure. And so we had put him just one day random. I was like, you know what? I was like, hop in some briefs. I was like, just for a day. Like, I just want you to see it because he was talking a little shit here and there. So I was like, just for a day. Like, I just want you to do this workout, and then I'm not gonna ever make you get in them again unless you ask. I was like, but just hop in them. So it took him about 3-4 sets for him to get it right. Right, if you will. And then after the workout, he was like, this shit's fun.
Yeah.
He was like, this shit is fun. He was like, I don't ever want to do it again. He's like, but this shit is fun. I see why you guys do it. I see why you guys get in it. You know what I mean? And I mean, just to show, I think he maybe only did maybe 20 pounds more than what he was normally doing during the workout. So, like I said, he was able to sit on the box properly, but he wasn't able to engage the equipment like he should. You know what I mean? So it's definitely, like I said before, a learning curve. But that pressure as well. I feel like that's the one thing. Like when it came to us, our gyms going back and forth, right? Our people going back and forth. I was always like, I just want them to if they've never done it, I just want them to try it. Because there for a hot second, we ain't gonna bullshit. There for a hot second, shit was getting hot between us. Okay, we was showing up to the gym like, fuck them guys over there, man. Tell them to come over here. We got shirts for them. We got like it was getting hot. Okay, but all out of a love and passion for the sport that we're in.
Who's better than who?
Mean? Yeah. It's a whose crew's better than who. I think. Where I stand. Nah, I'm just playing. But
it'd almost be like we'd have to go in suits for a meet, and y'all would have to go raw.
Yeah. That's what.
See who's standing at the end.
And listen, I know all of my guys were not wanting to do no raw meat because I'm not doing no fucking raw meat. Okay, I'm not doing no raw meat. But that's one of our biggest things that we always said was like, just come over and just try it. Or, we go over there and we bring it because we got totes and stuff, man. But, like, we just wanted you guys to try it. And I feel like that's every time an equipped guy is talking, not just with you guys, but talking to a raw guy and they pull out but you wouldn't be able to. Okay, but just get in it and see what you can do.
It's almost like, well, you wouldn't be able to. Well, neither can you.
Yeah.
Like, so that's like that's one of those things. We weren't allowed to come try. But now, we're free.
Yeah.
It's one of those things though. It's like, so the pressure, like I can understand.
It's definitely not taking away the pressure that you guys are under with no equipment.
Definitely,
I recognize that.
The most, I think. So, but you guys have pressure in all three lifts, right? So for me, really, squat is the worst because I wear my belt higher.
Okay,
it's really right above my belly button. That's probably the worst pressure for me because I'm a bigger guy anyway. So my belly goes down, and everything goes up. Yeah. Bench, not too much because you lay down, you get skinny.
Yeah.
Even when you fill, you're still not. Yeah, you're not. It's not. It just you feel backwards down into the bench more than you do anywhere else.
Yeah.
So that's not that bad. And then deadlift is real bad at the bottom.
Right.
Because you're filling, holding, got to get your big ass down.
Yeah.
Grip and then go.
Yeah.
And then by the time you stand up, it's like, okay, am I going to pass out?
Yeah.
Please, or am I not?
Please put your hand down, sir. Please give it a down command. Please.
That's the thing. Is like, I do have a pair of briefs.
Okay.
That's the little Inzer.
Like Predators, or are they power pants?
Power pants, the little shitty ones that aren't real briefs.
Yeah,
that really you just wear like they're an extra pair of spandex.
Yeah, you know about the
spandex. They do nothing. For you, they keep your hips warm. Pretty much, that's about it.
Yeah,
some hip huggers.
That's exactly what it is. It literally, we would train in them when we needed our hips to have a break
Okay.
We would do box squats.
Yeah.
Like we do box squats just like the equip lifters do.
Yeah.
The only difference is we don't rock back.
Okay. You gotta sit straight down.
Yep.
Okay.
Sit down, not plop.
Right.
Tap slightly.
Yep.
Then up. We don't have to sit back because we're not in suits.
So do you guys not you just tap and go, or do you fully sit but no rock?
Normally it's a complete stop,
Okay.
but not like a full sit.
Okay.
So everything's still loaded.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then we're up.
Okay.
So it's not a sit, load, up.
Okay.
Because I would assume that you guys have to rock to be able to load into the material for it to shoot you back.
Not necessarily. So the rock, and I'm gonna screw this up, but the rock is more about getting in more of a position, because when you're in a suit, you'll hear guys say back, sit back, sit back, sit back, and what people learning a suit don't understand is that if you sit back where you're uncomfortable, it's going to work better for you. So kind of like what you said, you are going to push more into the material. You're going to load more. The more you sit straight down in a suit, you're just going quads, and you're kind of not really using the suit to the best of its ability. So in our rock on the box squat, I'm going to say we're kind of sitting back into our hips a little bit more to be able to stand straight up, because you're not supposed to rock back and then rock forward.
Right.
It's supposed to be a rock back and then flex up. So we're rolling into our hips and then essentially trying to engage our hips to shoot up, to flex straight up. Now, a lot of guys, when they get too heavy, you'll see them rock back and then try and rock forward. And when they rock forward, that's when their knees come forward, and then you're doing the lift wrong, right? But that rock back is supposed to be more of engaging the hips, or putting yourself in the position to engage the hips to be able to just stand straight up.
And that's because you guys have wider stances.
Correct.
Right. So we're not just being raw, we're not that wide. So I've seen some guys do it.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how.
I don't either.
There was a dude, we did Tons for Tots, APF in Michigan. Dude opened 880 in reps. Warming up, I'm thinking he's gonna put a suit on.
Yeah.
He was sumo stance, wide as shit, warming up. I'm like, he's gonna get a suit on.
Yeah.
This dude's gonna squat like 1,200 pounds.
Yeah.
Never happened.
Yeah.
I was like, mind you, his legs were probably the size of my midsection.
Okay. Massive dude.
Massive short dude. Just down. Literally his squat and everything looked like he should have been in gear.
Really?
It was wide, back, down, straight up.
See, he had some super strong hips and some good mobility. Because that's the one thing when it comes to a squat suit, is if you don't have any mobility, you're going to screw yourself up. And that was one thing that when I first got into it, I know you remember, I would start doing, before we started squatting, I would start doing some hip warm-up stuff to open my hips up. And because when I went wide and I'd start sitting down, you'd see my knees not come in, but my knee would be here and my foot's out here. So when I stand up, I'm not shooting in, but I am not like a house.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, when it comes to us, we want to build our legs in a stance where when we're squatting down, we open up like this. So our knee is still either right on the inside of our foot or over our foot. And you look like a house, right? That's where your best power is going to come from in a suit, leg-wise. When those knees start shooting in, that's where, obviously, that's where you're going to have a problem, whether that's raw or equipped. But that's one of the big things that we always struggle with, because now not only, like, I have terrible hip mobility, but now I have equipment to push against that wants to be here, and I got to push against it.
Right.
So that dude must have had some just some crazy hip mobility and
It was wild.
hip strength.
It was wild. I was like, what the hell is he doing? Asking everybody, hey, he equipped? Nope, he's raw. I was like,
You said he opened 880.
yeah.
Were you? There was a guy. I think he's conventional though. They call him Panda. I saw him at North of the Border last year, squat 1,000 pounds raw, and looking at him, bro, like when he was warming up, you know, like he was hitting some big numbers, and I was like, my first thought was, why is he doing his first and second attempts in a warm up room?
Where's this coach
This
at?
guy's an idiot. You know what I mean? And they were like, no, that dude's gonna squat 1,000, and I was like, that dude's gonna squat 1,000, and they were like, watch. And man, he went up there and he opened up mid-9s and blasted it. I was like, holy shit.
Damn.
And then went up there and he squatted a band, and I was like, God dang, that strong is strong. You know what I mean? And then, of course, our mind goes to, put a suit on. What can you do in a suit? You know, like, what can you do in a suit? But sometimes it doesn't carry over for some
Right.
people. You know what I mean?
He'd probably regress
He probably would.
until he learns it.
Yeah.
Unless you're a freak like Phil Herndon.
Yeah, Herndon, yeah.
All right, let me get records, raw, single ply, multiply.
Yeah, that's that dude that tore his bicep off the same way I did. And then 9 months post tear, pulled 826.
Damn.
Still mixed grip.
Dude's a freak.
Buddy, I'm let's see, February, was it March or February? March was when I tore mine. So that's 3 with what? This is
3,
this?
8, 5 months.
Yeah, and I still am afraid to double or to over under 2 plates. That dude, I mean, he's a monster.
Some people got it, some people don't.
Okay, you know what, bro? But yeah, he is one that's just a freak of nature where, you know, like he said, he squatted, I want to say he squatted 9, maybe?
936. He did it at the WPPL.
Damn.
Raw. And then squatted 1275 in multiply.
I
Damn.
think it was 1,000 something in single ply too.
Yeah, man, just crazy. And I think he's going to the WPO this year. I think he got an invite.
I think he did.
Yeah.
I think I saw him post something about it.
Yeah. But he also does a banded shirt. So like it's kind of funny, you know, going from like, you know, the argument of raw to equipped. In our world now, we have our own.
I must agree with you. I do not agree with unlimited.
Okay.
I mean, like obviously we're doing some crazy shit like Jimmy Cole.
Yeah.
Go for it. Dude. Put 17 layers on that thing.
Right.
If you're gonna lift 2,800 pounds as a human, do it.
Do it. Yeah.
But if you're coming out and you're seeing people like Dave Hoff, Phil, you said you hit 9.
Yeah.
People in a unlimited shirt only hitting 8s and 9s. It's like, come
Right.
on now.
Yeah, that's our internal.
Yeah, I'm on board with you guys on that.
Yeah, is like, you know, we consider ourselves purists. Like we get into poly shirts, and we had a couple guys that were like, "What about them?" So I was like, "Don't finish that sentence. Don't even finish that sentence because we ain't getting in them." Now I had a dude who came and trained with us a couple times, and he ended up leaving a couple dark side.
The inserts?
Like the. No, I don't even know it's not the inserts because it has the front.
Okay.
It's got the front on it. But one is a single, I guess if you call it that, and then the other one has two layers on it. But he was like a 165, 175 kind of weight guy. And so there's not a lot of our guys that can fit in it because it is a very close knit. But I had one guy try and put it on. Like, he did it when I wasn't there. I ended up having to leave for something. We was in the garage, and I ended up having to leave for something, and I get a video, and he was like, he'd never been in a shirt, period.
Oh.
Never been in a shirt, period. But he saw it hanging up, and he grabbed that dark side thing, and he sent me a video. He was like, man, this thing's kind of tough. I was like, bitch, get that off right now. like, we just got him there, so we don't throw good money away or something. Okay, we ain't using them. Put them away.
Just make sure you sign that waiver.
Yeah, yes, sir. Sign the waiver. Okay, but yeah, that's our own internal, of the equipped group right now. Is like those, when they first came out, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, those are cheating. You guys are cheating with those bandit shirts. But you're 100% right. When you're seeing guys that are only benching 6 in them or 7 in them, you're just kind of like, because those things now, again, anybody that is in those are going to tell me the same thing I tell raw guys. It's a learning curve.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Y'all are bitches. I don't know.
But I mean, like, how much of a learning curve can it really be, though, if you're already coming from equipped and going? It's just going to be stiffer, right?
Yeah. So, because my one dude had, he's old. I mean, he's older. Like, and he don't train to compete. He hasn't competed in probably 2 decades at this point. So he has a gym in Southern Ohio, and he's got a few of them because the guys are like, here, try these, tell me what you think. So he's got a few of them, and he brought this one out to me that I shit you not, man, was like that thick of material.
Damn.
And I put it on, and I was like, buddy, this sucks worse. Like, I already know this would suck worse than a poly shirt. But I know I could put a grand on the bar, and I don't. It'd be tough getting it down, finding the position. But
right.
I know I could push it up with this thing because it was so thick, and that thing was. I mean, I definitely would be a learning curve to an extent, but it would be a very short curve.
Right.
It'd be a very short curve. You know what I mean? But yeah, some of them things, man, they're getting. I mean, I think when Jimmy was at the first meet that I did, my first multiply meet, and I think that's when he benched at 1350. And I was like, holy shit, man. And they were like, yeah, he only had 6 in this time, 5 in this time. He's got a 6 at home. And I think that 6 is what he ended up using that 1401 on. And so I'll tell you what, so like I said, I went down to that meet, and very low-key meet. He wasn't posting everywhere that he was doing it. I reached out to him personally and was like, hey, I got a couple old heads that want to see this.
Mm-hmm.
Like when and where, So he told me. We went down there, and it took him 3 attempts. So you got to think, the first 2 he couldn't touch, which is crazy to think about. 1,400 pounds,
yeah.
You couldn't touch. That third one, he finally got it, man. And after they gave him the white lights, he didn't collapse, but he went down to his knees because he was spent. I mean, you gotta think about it. 14, 28. Somebody else do the rest 32? Of the math. 32?
3,200?
That sounds... No. 14.
28.
You the mathematician over here.
I'm just
That's
good.
3,000.
Yeah, he right. No, 42.
No. 42. 4,200 pounds that dude had lifted, not including his warm-ups. You know what I mean? You don't just hit the bench 315 for a few reps and then throw that shirt on and go 1,400 pounds. You know what I mean?
He was probably over $8,000.
I would say 8 to 10 easily. In that one single day, like that takes out. I mean, no matter how much you train for that, man, that's got to take it out of you. And I know for a fact he was spent after that.
I actually just watched that video before I came down here.
Really? Yeah. He was. I know he was spent after that because the guys that I went down with knew him from the past and went up to him and congratulated him and he was barely getting words out. He's oh, thank you. That shit sucked. I mean,
well, it's like that West Side vs. World, the first scene with Hoff.
Oh, with Dave.
His fucking oxygen.
Yeah. Welcome to powerlifting. Yeah.
It's like, I mean, that puts things in perspective. Like, I wish they would have touched on more of the raw guys that they had in that movie.
Yeah,
I mean, granted, they said they only had like 3.
Yeah, which Spiegel was. I met Spiegel on a handful of occasions, and that was just a legitimate monster of a man. I mean, I want to say he was 6'9", if not 7 foot.
Damn.
And I mean, buddy, he take our thickness and throw it on that frame. I mean, he was a monster of a man. And to see the things that I saw him do raw, I was just like, God dang, but at the same time, I'm like, honestly, I don't think there's enough material to put you in gear, bro. like
stitching 3 suits together.
Man, I'm telling you. But yeah, they're like I said, Spiegel was one of them. And I honestly don't know the other 2 guys that was raw down there. But yeah, there wasn't really too much to touch on when it came to Westside versus the World with the raw guys, but Spiegel was definitely absolutely insane, man, absolutely insane. But so if you were to go into gear, or eventually if you do, you know, what do you want to get out of it? Is it like I want to hit certain numbers, or I just want to lift a stupid amount of weight? Or do you want to compete in it? You want to try to compete in it?
So, I currently want to try to hit a 2,200 pound total raw. And sleeves.
What's your best raw total?
2010. Well,
okay.
Different meets have had different PRs.
Yeah.
So like APF Nationals, I messed my back up like 2 weeks prior. So like I took 2 squats. I think my second attempt was like 699 or whatever, and I was like, all right, done there.
Yeah.
Open bench at 534, 551, 578.
Okay.
And then I hate deadlifting, so I opened that at like 556, and then jumped straight to 705.
Oh shit.
Well, there's a story behind
it. Yeah. Go ahead with it.
The WPPL, I hit 744 squat, 551 bench, missed 578.
Okay.
Open, I was like, well, fuck, I gotta stay in this meet. I'm tired. I was like, I'm gonna drop my deadlift. I think I opened deadlift at 556, 563 or whatever. Went from that. I was like, all right, cool, got it, I'm good. Jumped to 634. Then from that, jumped to 705.
Okay.
To secure my 2,000 pound total there.
Okay.
So if you took like my 744, 578, and 705, whatever that total is.
Okay.
If I could just put all that together in one meet.
Yeah.
But realistically, I need 868.
Okay.
So I'm close to 6 on bench.
Yeah.
Squat, I haven't never really pushed. I'm gonna be honest. The 744 was heavy.
Yeah.
I came up and I was like, I've been woken up by Jesus.
Yeah.
So, bright flashing dots flying everywhere. And deadlift, I've just never really had any technique teaching or anything like that. It's kind of like, oh, you just wedge and pull.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, okay, but
how
do you do that?
Yeah, yeah.
So the new coach, he's like, I'm gonna have you doing singles for a while, like 10-minute EMOMs singles on deadlift.
Dang, okay.
And literally all you're gonna do is wedge and go. He's like, just rip it and rip it.
Yeah.
He's like, from that, we'll dial in what you need to do differently, and we'll go from there. So I told him I need to pull over 823 in March.
Okay.
And that's just to make a point.
Okay.
So I got to make a point.
Okay.
And then the 2,200 pound total is also making a point.
Okay.
So really, it's just for me, I could really care less about the totals, more just making a point.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I've been there.
And then after that, because I went to nationals, I put up an 18 something total with 6 lifts. And then I'm always going to be doing like the 18 to 1,900 pound total, just cruising in.
Yeah.
Then when I really push, obviously the bigger the stage, bigger the total I want.
Right.
So if I could hit 22 raw I would like to see around like probably 28, 29 in a suit, equipped,
Okay.
if possible.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping, because really what bumps me up now is my bench.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping that stays the case.
Yeah.
Which, who knows, maybe being extra protected, I'll feel
A little safer.
to squat and say, fuck it.
Yeah.
We're doing 1,500 pound squat, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't really know how heavy a heavy squat is
Yeah.
in gear.
Yeah.
But 15 is probably really heavy.
Yeah. The most ever squatted before, I want to say the dude's name was like Tractor Baptist. I want to say was he looks exactly like his name sounds. Okay.
God damn, that's a hell of a name. His parents knew something.
I want to say he squatted 13. That's the most ever. Because that was the big thing about Jimmy benching that 1401. That's the heaviest weight ever lifted of a power lifter, period, in a single lift.
Yeah.
I want to say Tractor squatted 13, like a hair over 13.
All right, so maybe we drop that down to like
So I was going to say
1,050 or so.
About a 28 pound total. You're looking at like a 1,200 squat, 800 bench, 800 deadlift.
So I'm hoping I could cut back on the squat a little bit, catch up in the bench, and then deadlift I'll have to do raw. That's
Yeah, I'll tell you. I've literally done. I don't think there's been a single time that I've done the same thing when it came to deadlift for a meet. The very first meet that I did, I was in like a single ply fusion.
Damn, somebody out there getting it in.
all of that
on a Grom. And then the second meet, I think I did just my suit. Or no, I did suit and briefs, and I was like, that was hell. I'm never doing that again. I couldn't get to the bar. And then third meet was just my briefs over a singlet, and then fourth meet was just a suit, because I've done. Let's see. Yeah, that sounds about right. Because I think the WPO was only my fifth meet total.
And what was that in?
I bombed out on.
Don't matter if you bombed out. What'd you wear?
I didn't for deadlift.
Oh, you're saying for deadlift you would switch out between what you wore for deadlift.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like squat.
No. For squat, it was always the same: briefs plus a suit.
Okay.
Bench has always been a double ply, super duper phenom, ends are super duper phenom, and then like I said for deadlift, it's either been briefs or a suit or briefs and suit or just a single ply deadlift suit. So, deadlift is just one of those things where it's like you got to find out when it comes to equipment. You got to find out what feels good, because, like, for somebody like you, especially if you continue to deadlift conventional in a suit or in equipment, it would be finding out if briefs might help you get out of the hole and just help you stand up just out of the hole a little bit, or if a suit. But that suit being so, being over you, getting down to the bar is what's going to suck.
Because I got to bend. I got to be able to bend.
Yeah, so you probably just want to go.
That's like I was talking to the last meet that Main Street put on, which they do have one in September.
Yep.
September 20th.
Yep.
The last one they put on, Leah competed.
Yeah.
And I was helping her her and Jay get out of her gear. I felt like I had just spotted the whole entire meet.
Yeah, man.
Like we had pry bars pulling down and between her leg, pushing down, yanking. I was like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Like that right there was like, she got done. I was like, still cheated though. You wore a suit.
Somebody had sent me in the heat of all of our back and forth one time. I had seen one of your guys. I ain't gonna name names. One of your guys was struggling to get their sleeves off. I mean, I think you're like the one dude. He was laying on the ground. He had his legs up, and a couple of y'all were trying to get him off. And it got sent to me, and it was like, how the fuck they gonna say that we're cheating, but their shit's just as hard to get off of their legs as it is to get off ours. It's tight as shit too. And I was like, man, it is what it is.
I will tell you what, those Pioneer knee sleeves,
Yeah,
they're like a medium wrap.
really.
Yeah, how tight they are.
I've seen somebody put them Pioneer knee sleeves, stand them up, and then put a 45-pound plate on them.
Yeah,
Damn.
They're stiff.
they're if you guys ever don't want to wear wraps,
Pioneer knee
yeah,
sleeves.
those things, man.
Pioneers look like they done took a couple hits of Viagra before they
Some of them drops.
some of them drops.
I got 4 pairs of them.
Really?
I got 2 pairs of 7Xs and 2 pairs of 6Xs.
Damn, 7X.
That's what I was just thinking. Damn.
The 7X are my training pairs and the 6X are my comp pairs.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So they're looser.
Yeah, looser.
Yeah, getting in the, you get that off-season weight.
Yeah.
Your legs get a little bit bigger.
Mine's been year-round weight.
I mean, I've been stuck at 385. Haven't moved up or down.
Have you tried?
Not really.
Yeah. Everything he's losing, I'm finding, bro. I swear to God. Every time he's like, man, I lost 4 pounds this week. I was like, appreciate it. Because I done found it.
Man.
And ate it.
But I start with the nutritionist on the 18th.
Okay.
So we'll see how that goes.
Or is there a weight you want to get to or just getting healthier?
Here's the question. Dots or total?
So we do gloss sprinters. Fucking weirdo. No.
Glossbrenner or total?
Total.
Okay.
Total. I care about my total. Even though the gloss sprinter is what ends up kind of. It's one of them weird things actually, because there's certain meets that it's like I've seen the total win.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've seen
the Glossbrenner.
And I've seen the gloss sprinter win. And it's like,
what are you guys going by?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm like, I don't get it, but I guess that's why I'm not doing the numbers. You know what I mean? I would rather have the total. Okay. I could give a shit about my gloss sprinter.
Fuck that. Fuck
yeah.
Glossbrenner.
Total.
Absolute strength.
Total. Yeah.
Yes, but if I can get down to like 360.
Okay.
And then total, I think it's 2105. That puts me over 500 dots.
Okay.
So that's elite.
Elite, yeah. Because I think 600 gloss sprinter is considered like that's when it comes to the WPO. If your gloss sprinter 600 or over, you're the first to look at an invite.
Okay.
So, and I'm assuming that's probably the same way when it comes to dots.
Pretty
500
much.
or over, or damn near close to 500.
It's like all the raw federations that I shouldn't say raw federations because they both
right
multiplayer. Whichever class is predominantly represented in that federation. So whether it's raw or equipped, they'll normally go by. If it's raw, they'll go by dots. I think one of the APF meets we went to, they did Wilkes. Randomly.
That's like an Australian thing.
Yeah.
Like Wilkes is an Australian thing that I have no.
And
That's
then,
weird that they use that.
Let me actually. I think the WPPL might have been Glossbrenner, which was weird because there was literally only one guy that was. No, they did Wilkes.
Yeah, that's weird.
And that was a raw meat, pretty much.
Didn't do dots because dots is fairly new, isn't it?
Dots is stupid.
What did you say? Didn't you say Mason was?
Lester.
Yeah. After that last meet.
Oh, Lester hit an elite total.
Yeah.
Yeah, for his for the age and weight. So, yeah, that was one of our big. He is one of our up and coming. It's funny because he so on our board, my best squat is on the board is 275, 844, right? Because like I said, I hit that 1,008 at the WPO, but I bombed out on bench, so it doesn't count. APO Nationals, he ended up squatting 855. So up on the board, he's got the highest squat. You know what I mean? So he filled his square in and shit, and somebody made a comment in the back like, "Damn, Lester got the highest squat in here. That's who we're listening to from now on. I said, Lester's kicked out. I don't know. Y'all have fun talking to him because he's gone. So I'm on my, I got to get this right. But now I'm on my revenge tour.
Redemption.
All you gotta do is secure one.
Man, I'm telling you,
They're open at 225.
I told him, I said, yeah, that's what I told him. I was like, listen, man, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna squat my 1,000 again. I'm gonna bench whatever I can bench, and I'm gonna take a token deadlift, just so I can put my numbers up there. But it sucks we don't have a 308. I'm the only 308 guy. So if that meet did happen, my deadlift would look terrible up on the board.
But what's the total say?
Man, this dude squatted 1,000. He benched 750. Deadlift 220. Yeah, I was tired that day.
1,900 pound total.
I was tired. Leave me alone.
I had seen that. Mason, he's strong.
He is strong, man, and he got one of the highest praises at APO Nationals. Greg Dominga, actually, when he won his award, he said he was the most technical lifter we had that day. And man, his face lit up because he's only
like 20.
You think he's 22, but how long he's been with us? Like
shit, it's been about year and a half, 2 years.
I was
now.
gonna say it ain't even. I don't even think 2 years.
Yeah,
maybe
it's been about a year and a half.
Yeah,
we opened the gym exactly a
year ago.
A year ago, and then about
he
a year
was
and a
only
half.
there a few months before it.
Yeah.
So his rise is, and he's just at the beginning. I mean,
and he's humble. I like him because he listen. He humble. You know what I'm saying? He takes everything.
You guys had him on the one episode. He ain't say shit.
Yeah, that's how he is. That's how he is.
You had to ask him the question. He'd be like, well, no.
I tell you what, he is a man of very few words, bro. He is a man of few words.
But it's them quiet ones you got to look out for.
Man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. But yeah, he's definitely on a rise right now. So we're taking off the rest of the year. We're done with meets except for October. Doghouse has a meet in October, and we're basically kind of making that the girls' meet. Like we have three girls right now training.
You including
with
yourself?
I'll take every single square off that girl's
Take
board.
them all off
Okay, I'll take every bitch off there.
I was telling my girl, I'm like, because she been in the gym with me now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you might as well compete.
Man.
Just do it. It's
I'm
fun.
Because she done lost a lot of weight, bro. Like, she's like, I mean, not a lot of weight. She wasn't heavy before, but she's like 120.
I'm say careful now.
Yeah. She's like 120. I mean, she was only 135 before, but I'm like, shit, at 120, you could probably get on the board. I'm like, I'm not on the board. You gonna be on the board. I ain't even on the board.
Competing's fun.
It is.
Like, I don't understand how people get so wrapped up and involved in it.
And don't compete.
Or they do, and they're so anxious they just fuck everything up.
Yeah.
Forget everything they've been training about and just, what's your opener? It's 475 on squat. What's your max? 425.
Yeah. Where's your coach?
Right. It's like literally all it is another workout.
Yeah.
That's a 9-rep workout.
Yep.
With breaks and snacks.
Yeah. Snacks. It's so funny. We had a girl that just started with us about a month ago, and she is the cookie monster, bro. She brought a big old tub of cookies in today, and she was like, I love this sport. I get to cook for you guys and bake for you guys, and y'all just eat it up. And I was like, yes, because we don't care. In the middle, in between the sets, we're like, man, that was a little tiring. Grab me a cookie. It's a fast adjusting carb break.
Absolutely.
Little sugars in there. But we have one guy that he refuses to compete. Trains with us every day.
Doesn't feel like you're strong enough.
No, he just has no desire to compete. Trains with us every day, but has zero desire to compete. It was old boy who shot our videos today.
Okay.
Because I ain't gonna call you out. You know who you are.
You know who
you just
you
gotta
are.
do one. You're gonna be hooked,
man. And that's the thing with Dive is every time we go to a meet, Now, what you probably don't know is that Dov runs 30 businesses, and he's a busy dude. So like when it comes to training, he trains in the morning with his wife. And, you know, he's obviously losing some weight and getting that beach body dive back.
Beach body dive.
But every time we go to a meet,
man, that shit kills me.
Man, as soon as we're walking out, he's like, "All right, I'm gonna be in there Sunday, fam. I'm gonna be in there Sunday."
I mean, like I said, I usually make it about 7 to 8 weeks worth of training. You know what I'm saying? Every week, 3 days a week, 4 days a week. When it's like when I start getting into the mid fives in the squat, mid fives in the deadlift, the Hemi start acting up, and I was like, "Hey, is lift this weight or be able to wipe my ass?" Like, I can't do it,
Man,
I can't do it. But I do want to do it just for myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just like, you remember the Hemi took me down for like 2 months one time. I couldn't get off the couch. So I'm like, I just don't want to feel that again. And that was like my first. No, I think I had deadlifted like 595. I deadlifted 595. I was me and Andrew was trying to hit 6.
Yep.
And yeah, I was like 595, and that shit happened. That's the first time that's ever happened, and it's been happening ever since. Like I said, I get into mid fives, and it's like, damn.
Between that and then we had this one cat in here. What was you were about to squat 585 in your briefs, and bro,
he was like, damn, that's a lot of weight.
He's getting under the bar. He's got the eye of the tiger. He getting ready and he getting set. And bro walks over and he's like, damn, that's a lot of plates. And you just see Dov stop and then try to get under it again. He got down there and he was like, nope. And then he popped up. He's like, you threw me off. Because I started thinking like, damn, that is kind of a lot of plates.
That is a lot of plates over there.
No. You just got to remember that weight is relative.
Yeah.
There you go.
So just compare the 585 to a baby elephant.
Man.
I don't know if that makes it any better.
Yeah, on everything.
Why are you so tired? I was carrying around these baby elephants.
Man.
All workout, baby. You don't understand.
Well, that's all you got to do is you got to find something 7 to 8 weeks out.
Yeah.
Sign them up, not tell them.
Oh shit!
And then be like, hey, you got to meet this day. Let's go.
I'm gonna hit you with that Cash App request for the. What's this for? Like, you signed up, big dog. I'm either wasting my money or you're wasting yours. Okay.
Nah, I'm ready though, man. See, now I can't do the October because you said it's just for the girls. I'm about to wait till next year.
Do October, the girls and Dov.
I already signed you up for that all
it's too
girls.
late. You already told me, man.
He saw you wearing the spandex on the bike.
Nah, hell.
Yeah, man. So we're taking the rest of the year off, competition wise, because we've done quite a few already this year, and we're going to be gearing up for next year. So I got high hopes for everybody in our crew, and like I said, man, there for a hot second there was a lot of back and forth. Anybody watching this, if they ever followed both of us, I'm sure they saw it, the back and forth. But that's one thing that I love to do, and one thing that Dov loves to do is if you have a different opinion, let's just talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like respect can always be given. You know what I mean? When it comes to this sport, as long as it's received and given back. You know what I'm saying? So we're just everybody's passionate about the sport. It's literally a blood, sweat, and tears kind of thing.
And if talking don't work, we can do an old-fashioned duel.
Old-fashioned duel. Damn, you screwed me up. I was gonna say blood, sweat, and tears. More tears on your end. But no, man, I'm happy you came by. I'm happy you reached out to me. It's been a long time coming. We've been trying to link up and do this show for a minute now. Just, I know you're a busy dude, so I appreciate you coming out, talking
definitely
about it, and I'm sure this won't be the last time we see you, man. So when's your next meet?
We signed up for is the WPPL Pro.
Okay.
Down there during the Arnold.
Okay.
So I don't know if you know the skinny and all that.
Yeah.
You do know the skinny on it?
between the one gym that's down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, from what I hear through the grapevine now, is that Jimmy is going to help facilitate it now at the Arnold. So, with that being said, I'm still going to do the one I signed up for.
Yeah.
But coming years, I did like competing at the Arnold. That was cool. That's where I got my 2010 total. That was cool. The space was horrible.
I'll be the first to say I absolutely hate competing at expos.
Right. It'd be cool. Like, if we would have had a bigger spot like they put for, like, Rogue and all that.
Do you remember that? Like, did you go over to the Raw, like the USAPL or whatever it was?
They had a whole ass ballroom.
Man, because he was like, well, I think the USAPL, they had bleachers, didn't they?
I can't remember.
But I remember there was some federation that had like bleachers and a whole big setup, and my people were like, why are they over there and you're over here?
Because they're the golden children.
They are the golden child.
But it's even like at the WPO in Vegas, it was like, I was expecting, I don't know what I was expecting. I was just expecting more than what we had. I'm like, this is the Super Bowl of the sport. And they got us crammed in the little ass.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is going on?
There's not that many lifters, though, there, right? At the WPO?
No, it wasn't that many.
30.
Yeah.
We capped it at 30. But like he said, like, the people don't understand walking past. I remember being at the WPO 2 years ago in Orlando, and I went down just to watch because I wanted to compete at the WPO. So in my mind, I was like, I need to go watch. I need to be there for it to see what I'm getting, what I want to get into next year, where I want to be. So I was standing by, like the gate curtain or whatever, by the warm-up room, and I saw these kids walk by. Couldn't have been 17, 18 years old, no older than that. And the one dude was like, dude, look at all the plates on that bar. And then somebody got under it, and they were like, oh, they're in those, I kid you not, they're in those cheater suits. And they walked away. Never mind you that it's 1,000 pounds or 1,100 pounds, you know what I mean? They walked away. So, like, outside view, in an expo, they're seeing these big, bodybuilders and stuff like that. They don't know what gear is. They just see it as that cheater suit or that cheater shirt or whatever it is.
You almost cried when you said that.
Man, motherfucker. I chased them down, you know what I mean?
You get under here and do
it. I only chased about 5 steps, so I lost my breath. But yeah, that's why I think we got such small spaces. So now, thankfully, the APO and the WPO have moved away from expo meets, and we're actually, the APO Nationals was at York Barbell in Pennsylvania, which was freaking awesome, dude. Like, that environment, not only walking into the history of that place, but the way that they had the whole setup for the room was, I was mad that I wasn't competing in it, because I was like, oh my god, dude, this is freaking awesome. You had the stage with the platform, and then you have bleachers on everywhere else. Bleachers
that's
to the left, to the side, in front of you, and I was just like, this. So that's where the WPO is going to start being at least for this year, and then they're going to continue on, hopefully, to see how it goes. But they're getting away from expo meets because
you don't get the recognition.
You don't get the recognition, and for us personally, I know you guys have a lot of gear as well.
No, not like you guys. We literally have a gym bag. You guys come in with duffel bags, rolling suitcases and shit. 3 people carrying one person's gear. It's like,
listen, man, at the WPO in Vegas, I don't know where you parked, but we had to park way out, and we got there early.
I Ubered X then.
I had to be an Uber X. I could just take a regular Uber.
And you had the leg room.
You know what I'm saying? I had to kick back a little bit.
It was a 4-minute drive. But we had to park way out, and then walk up to the convention center, hop in a Tesla, take the Tesla tunnel, get out at the like the basement of the convention center, take a escalator up, and then walk through the front doors of the convention center, and then walk upstairs. Well, take another escalator up, and then find the WP, like find the fucking event.
It was at the Las Vegas Convention Center?
Yeah.
That's a big place.
Bro.
Yeah. So my hotels, I picked that hotel because I want to be right across the street from the convention center. So I'm like, well, shit, I'm just going to walk. I told you I woke up at like 2 a.m. I couldn't sleep. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to walk there in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I looked. That shit was like a 20-minute. I'm like, the convention center is right here across the street. Like,
they got the two sides.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The east and the west.
I didn't realize it. And then I had called the Uber, and it still was like, I want to say, a 4 or 5 minute drive for him just to drive to the door. And I'm like, God damn. I was like, bro, I've been walking for 20 minutes in this Vegas heat fucking around.
But yeah, so they're getting, I that's why I hate the Arnold was my first expo meet. That sucked because, like you said, we're carrying around, duffel bags full of shit, and then all of our snacks and food and stuff for the day, trying to find where it's at, trying to find your spot to where you can set up. But so yeah, if you guys, and I'm not trying to take away from Joe. I'm trying to get Joe up at Main Street to go to APO, and because APO is basically all the same rules as the APF. We're just, I'm sure you know about all the shit that happened with the APF, all the legal stuff.
I don't really follow it that much. I see all the other feds that keep fucking up.
Yeah.
I mean, the APS been around for what, since the 80s?
Yeah, it's
like
been
one
around.
of the first ones.
I'll tell you off camera what happened, but so that's why the APO was created, because of the shit that happened in the APF.
Okay.
So I know Joe was talking about it, and I hate that we can't go up there to Main Street because a lot of times they're doing meets on the same day.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely going to go up and support the guys and support Joe up there at the September meet. But yeah, we all moved to APO. So and I would like as many people as possible to go to the APO because
I was looking at doing the October meet.
Oh, okay.
But I got a wedding on the 4th.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, or 10th, was it the 4th to 10th?
It's the 4th.
On the 4th, I got a wedding, and I was like, and it's one of our gym guys' weddings, so I was like,
gotta go.
Gotta be there for that. Because we got some new guys in the Tiffin powerlifting consortium.
Consortium.
That's what we're calling ourselves.
Expeditiously.
Yeah. So we got some new guys that never competed. We have one guy that competed like 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
Wants to get back into it. So I was like, all right, well, we can't do October. We'll do September.
Yeah.
Just because, I've been down at Doghouse before. I like the gym. I like the setup. It's open.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he recently bought one of the other units.
I was gonna say, have you been there since we opened up that fourth room is basically, I mean, there's equipment in it that you can train on, but that is like the meet venue.
So the last time I was there, you walked in the front door, you had little machines in the front area, walked through the bench area.
Yep.
And then to the right were the monos.
That's all they had?
That's all they had.
Okay. Yeah, they've got 2 to the left now. They have 2 whole other units, and the 4th unit is basically like competition only. Like I said, there's equipment that you can train on there.
Right.
But they clear that stuff out, and they have a whole platform set up. I'll tell you what, with Jimmy taking over the Arnold meet, brother, you are going to have a great venue. It's going to be ran great. I'm sure I'll be there to help, because anytime Jimmy calls on us, man, we jump for him because he's a good dude.
Yeah.
And anytime we call, he does the same. So he goes all out for his competitors. Mm-hmm. When it comes to trophies and everything like that. He actually just showed us the trophies for this next meet, and I was like, damn, again. Like, I just kind of, just for the trophies that they're getting, But if you're doing that one with the Arnold and Jimmy's heading it, which he is, you're going to have a great venue. You're going to have great spotters, great judges. It's
doing
going to be
that.
A great meet.
This year I'm already doing it, W, because I won the biggest bench last year between the amateur and pro session.
Okay.
So obviously I gotta defend that.
Yeah.
You know, I got $500 from Nike for winning
damn.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
It bought 3 kettlebells.
Yeah, right, man. We was just talking about equipment the other day. Like, we need to get some dumbbells.
Good luck.
So expensive.
Yeah, we've got 5 through 150 in 5-pound increments at the gym. I think it was like 10 grand.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and they're not all the same.
Yeah.
It's hodgepodge together. But we got 5 through 150 in 5-pound increments.
Yep.
So, you know, the WPPL meets in a great venue. It's at the King of Clubs in Columbus.
Yep.
On the stage, it's great. The only thing is you gotta walk out.
Okay.
There's no mono. But I tried to talk about this. Put the mono on the floor.
Man, I wonder do you think that's a rule thing? Because I'm sure.
No, because when they do their meets, like the mass economics meet they put on, there's a mono there. I just don't think the stage. I know he said last time when we were there last year or this year, they reinforced the stage just for us to be able to compete on it.
Okay.
Which I'm like,
yeah, that's right.
They have concerts and shit there. You would think with all the band equipment and setups, that's a lot of weight.
Yeah, but you got to think that's 1,000 pounds in right here.
That's true.
Yeah, because when we were building, when we were building our platform, I told the dude that was building it because we have a stage pretty much in our gym, and I told him when he was building it, I was like, okay, this section right here, build this thing out. I'm like, because there's going to be times where not only the mono is heavy in itself, but there's going to be 1,000 or 1,000 miles more sitting right here in this spot. You know what I mean? And he was like, 1,000 pounds. What do you? And I was like, 1,000 pounds. Damn it!
God damn it!
Yeah, so that's what we're looking at. Well, for me personally, it's just March.
Yeah.
I wanted to try to get another one in this year. I definitely do want to get down to Doghouse and do a meet down there. Just because it's Doghouse and you have Dave Hoff running it and judging and shit, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I will say the one time we did the one XPC meet in the fall before the Arnold, just to see how the XPC rules were. And old Chuck V was there.
Really?
He was.
So it was at Lexington?
No, it was in the hotel.
Okay.
And he came by and he said I was strong. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I tell you what, sometimes, man, it's so funny. You know, we have these heroes, if you will, in our sport, and we were at APO Nationals, and you know we got our night crew guys and our 740 guys, you know, and we're all working together on it. And this random dude sitting down, getting his knees wrapped, and Dave just sits beside him. And like when he sat beside him, his knee like touched his knee, and that guy was like, "That's good luck." And Dave was like, you know, hey, whatever helps, man.
I guess.
But I met Chuck once. He came to a train when I was training at West Side. He was there a Sunday morning, and I did not even. Nice to meet you, and I was just scared as shit to say anything.
I didn't talk to him.
Yeah, I was scared as shit to say anything dumb. That's like Eddie Cohen. Ed Cohen was at
he was at the Arnold working the Live Large booth.
I did. I shook his hand and said, "Nice to meet you," and then closed my mouth because I'm afraid to say anything dumb. Because I ain't gonna lie, one time when I was in high school, I trained down at West Side my sophomore year. I was 15, and the Arnold was coming up. Lou was in there, and I went up to Lou, and he was like, "Hey, you got this for the workout?" I was like, "Yeah, okay." And then I was like, "So, you going to the Arnold?" And the guy that took me down there was like, "Oh, fuck, man." And Lou was like, "We don't go to the Arnold. We don't do that shit. That's for people to go watch. We don't watch. We compete." And I was like, "So I'm gonna go over to the bench, and I'm gonna." I was like, "Oh God, I just looked like an idiot." And my dude came over and he was like, "Dude, you looked like an idiot." I was like,
"Thanks, man."
I felt it.
Appreciate that.
But no, man. Well, good luck in your next upcoming meets, man. Like I said, I'm sure I'll be seeing you around at those. Because, like I said, if Jimmy asks for help, man, we're gonna be there. So, good luck in your next upcoming meets.
Appreciate that.
again, we appreciate you coming by and talking to us, and I'm sure this ain't gonna be the last time we see you, brother.
Hope not.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
The Tiffin Barbell Consortium.
Tiffin Powerlifting Consortium.
Tiffin Powerlifting Consortium. Check them out. Check them out.
TPC.
Juxtaposition. Hey, man, make sure y'all check out 740barbell.com. We just dropped these new Outsiders Not Welcome shirts.
Big dog.
Man.
I feel like that's aimed at me.
Like I said, man. But make sure y'all check us out, man. If you like what you hear and what we're talking about, hit that like and subscribe. Make sure you hit 740 Barbell on Instagram. We still doing HTR? We shouting that out?
Not yet. They ain't ready for it. They
Y'all
ain't ready for it.
And make sure if y'all hungry, man, stop by Mike's Deli. Next time you're in Marion, make sure you stop by Mike's Deli downtown, man.
We have to get him some.
They open on Sundays?
No, they ain't open on Sundays.
You know what is,
It's
though?
an exclusive thing.
Victor's Taco Shop.
Hey, I know the people that open Victor's. I'm so proud because, bro, they're everywhere, bro.
Yes.
They're
That blew
everywhere.
Yeah, they did.
They're everywhere. I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn, like the son. When they first came down here, he was coming to my barber shop, and like we was kicking it a little bit, and then he just left. I'm like, damn, where he? I went down there to holler at him. He was gone. And then I was like, I asked somebody about it, and like, yeah, he just goes to all the shops. Like when we open a new one, he's the one that starts it out.
Dang.
And then I went somewhere. I was driving, I think it was like West Virginia, and seen one like Southern Ohio. I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
These Victor's is there. Then I went to Guitar Center. They got one on Broad in Columbus. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah. It's
That's
cool.
what's
Hey,
up.
They did what? Marion,
When it tastes
Delaware,
Yeah.
and then they just.
Yeah.
hey, when it tastes good, the people will come.
Yeah.
I lived in Arizona for 5 years. That is some of the best authentic Mexican food.
Yeah.
Bro.
And come to find out, Kathy, I think she was one of the people that helped start it or owned it or owns it or whatever. They're from Tucson.
Okay.
Okay.
So I was like, makes sense.
Makes sense. Richmond grew up in California. I don't know if you knew that or not, but one of our guys, Richmond, he says the same exact thing. He was like, you got to go to Victor's. And I was like, I mean, I know it's good. I've had a couple things from there. And he was like, bro, that is the closest thing you can get to California Mexican food.
See, I was like on a Victor's binge until one day, bro. This shit had to be the fucking udders. Because I used to, on everything, bro, I bit into it and pulled it. Bro, it was all connected like some nipples. I'm like, what the fuck? I stopped messing with it for a little bit. I was like, bro, I almost threw up everywhere. Like, that was the most disgusting shit. I threw the shit out my window. But I stopped messing with it for like a year over that. But I've been going back. I just get the chorizo now. I'm like, I swear on everything, bro. I swear on bro, I almost threw up everywhere. Bro, I pulled it out the damn burrito, bro. It was just still connected to my mouth, still connected to the burrito.
I was thinking of Taco Bell.
Man, shout out my guys at Victor's. You know I'm rocking with y'all. Come get my breakfast burrito, a little horchata. You feel me?
Oh shoot! What's your Instagram handles, real quick?
Bobby Light 86.
Bobby Light 86. Give him a
Yep.
follow, man. Again, we appreciate you, man, for coming in. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. This is the biggest Jonah and this nipple chewing dive. And it's a push away show.
Push it away.